Hello and welcome again to the main cave. Now earlier in the week I took a look at this, and this is the new Nyxi Wizard controller, and I went through all of its features. But in the comments I got a lot of questions that I hadn't answered in the original video, so in this video I want to fire through as many of them as I can, giving you a better understanding of this controller. If I haven't answered your question in this video, pop it in the comments below, and maybe I'll just be making a part 2 next week. So let's crack on then with the current batch of questions about this, the Nyxi Wizard controller. So what are these like compared to the Nyxi Hyperions? Well, this is a decision for you, as both are comfortable and work well, but the Wizard's main selling point is that it has the Hall effect, but the Hyperions have the regular button layout. The Hyperions will fit most playstyles for pretty much every game, whereas the Wizards are probably more suited for games such as Smash. Both controllers have very similar functions such as rear buttons and turbo, so if you can't get hold of the Wizards, definitely get the Hyperions. You will not be disappointed, and it is a much better upgrade over the official Joy-Cons, and it's a lot cheaper. A really good question I got was, does it dock? And yes, it does, on the original dock and the OLED dock, with both the original Switch and the OLED Switch. And as you can see here, you also have access to both USB ports, which is a bonus. It's not all large Joy-Con alternatives allow for this. Does it come in any other colours? Well, not at the moment. It only comes in the purpley indigo, but I'm sure they will release others. I just don't know. But you'd think black at the very least, maybe orange, blue, silver, well, maybe, and hopefully. Does it wake up the Switch when it's off and on the Switch? Yes, no matter whether you've got the Wizards attached to the Switch or whether you're using it as a controller, it will wake up the Switch. Does it connect to the Steam Deck? Yes, it does. As with the PC, just pair them separately by pressing the sync button on each Joy-Con and they work as one unit. So another question I got was, can it pair to my phone? And yes, I have this working on iOS 16.2 on my iPhone and on my old Android phone running version 11. Just pair it as you would any Bluetooth controller, but you'll need to pair them individually, Joy-Con L and Joy-Con R, and it's treated as one controller. So is it wired on the PC? No, it's a wireless only controller, so you'll need Bluetooth on your PC for it to connect. Do the thumbsticks click in? Yes, they do. They feel like any regular thumbsticks in every way, apart from inside where they are the Hall effect design, and it doesn't affect the use at all. It just prevents drift. Do the raised rails scratch the Switch? No, I haven't had an issue at all. As you can see, I've been taking these on and off my Switch regularly over the past few weeks and have suffered no ill effects whatsoever. The Joy-Con rails also fit perfectly if you plan on using SL and SR on them individually. Can you disable the back buttons? Well, yes, by default they are disabled, but if you already have them mapped, just hold down the profile button and then it clears the mapping, and then it sets it back to the buttons being nothing. Can you also map the face buttons? You can map all the face buttons, but not on the controller itself. You need to go into the Switch settings to be able to do it in the usual way. Can you use these separately? Yes, you can. They are designed to be used like any regular Joy-Con, separately if needed. How is Gyro? Although I don't have Switch Sports to test, every other game I have that has Gyro implements it perfectly. It's responsive, it's precise, so I'd say you wouldn't have an issue with Gyro on any game you play. What is this flex that you mentioned? Well, seeing as the Joy-Cons are so large, they do make the whole unit very wide, and if you hold it up, you'll see that it flexes to a certain extent. This hasn't really been an issue with my playing, it's just something to note. Is there a case for these? As yet, no. I did email Nyxi to try and ask them about this, and they said a case is coming. It doesn't fit in any of my largest cases that I have from Satisfy and Skull & Co. I'm just hoping the specific case will come out soon. And are the triggers analog or digital? Well, all four are digital. R and ZR, L and ZL are all digital. This is primarily a Switch controller, so I guess the design choice is to make them digital for that very reason. So there we have it, and that was a bunch of the most popular questions I got from my last video. If you have anything else, please do post it down in the comments below. As I said, I'll probably be making a part 2, as there's a lot of questions and a lot of interest about this controller. Have a look in the description where I have links to the Wizard and the excellent Hyperion, and with a discount. Till the next video, bye bye.